Tom Wagner is a genius and a very successful man. It is time for the sleeping giant to emerge and arise. Tom Wagner is a genius. Not only this, he has been the lifeline to our abandoned club that has been left for so many years, you know, over the last 10 years. He's also been our saviour, I think, not only investing in Blues, but his knowledge to be a successful businessman and individual as well. And his portfolio says it all with Knighthead. I'm the boy in blue. Welcome to my channel. If you love the Blues, this is definitely the channel for you. And if you could hit the subscribe button, it is completely free. It just goes a long way, and it just helps me and the channel out massively to try and create more positive content to the club that we love. So I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button. It's still saying that like 80% of you that are watching this channel are not subscribed, and it is completely free, and it'll mean the world to me. So up the Blues, let's get into it. So I'm 31 years old. I've supported the Blues from birth. I've inherited it from my dad, being a pedigree Brummie Blue Nose. If I were to cut my veins, I could guarantee you now that I bleed blue. I absolutely love the club. So yes, what we're going to do is we're going to rewind and take a look back on Blues over the years and see why this is such a massive thing now with St Andrews at Knighthead Park. So we started out as Small Heath Football Club in 1888. The board was made up of local businessmen within the area and their investments. In 1905, the club changed the name to Small Heath Football Club to Birmingham City, and following that year, we relocated to St Andrews, which is now our home ground. The club was eventually sold to businessman Clifford Coombs in 1965, whose family run the club till the mid-80s. In April 1989, with the club in financial difficulties, the Kumar brothers brought 84% of the club, and also they had their clothing chain running alongside the club as well. Obviously, this is before my time, but I do know that we have some Blue Noses that are watching this channel. The age group is just absolutely fantastic. We have a mixed variety of younger and older generations, which means the world to me, because this is what this is all about. This is not just about me doing this. It's about Blues, it's about us, it's about Blue Noses. So, you know, some of this was before my time. I know that my dad would remember some of this. In 1993, with debt increasing, our club continued into administration until David Sullivan brought the Kumars out with 84% of the holdings for $700,000 from the Bcfc's liquidator in March 1993. I was one then, so I just missed out on that era. In 2007, Carson Young became the club's biggest single shareholder when he purchased 29.9% of its shares via the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Listed company of Grand Top International Holdings Limited, GIH, which turned GIH completed a full takeover in October 2009 at a total cost of 81.5 million. After GH completed the purchase of the club, they registered the club as a private company, and they had then renamed the holding company to Birmingham International Holdings, BIH. Paul Shan Chow, a Chinese businessman, acquired the club in 2016. Various protests emerged after this, now between Blue Noses, the fans, to oust these owners. Because of the lack of funding, the club was abandoned. It was just left from all angles. Even the stadium was left and gradually just decomposed. There was no investment, no love shown around the club whatsoever. In July the 13th, 2023, enter Tom Wagner. Yes, with Shelby Companies Limited, the UK version of Wagner's Knighthead Capital, who officially acquired 45.64% ownership of Birmingham City Limited. Also, the company took complete ownership and control of St Andrew's Stadium. With just a small fortune of successes over the years in the club, the most recent being the Carling Cup. So we haven't been really as fortunate as a lot of clubs out there. We've only won small titles like the old Division 2, playoff finals, that kind of thing. We haven't had anything really anything substantial like the Premier League titles or Champions League. But the vision is there. It's time for the sleeping giant to awaken. So with years of the future looking very bleak upon Tom's arrival and investment, it's announced Birmingham City names partnership rights with Knighthead. This is such an exciting time. On the club's website and media sources, it reads: Blues Stadium to be renamed St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Birmingham City is pleased to announce it has entered into a multi-million-pound, multi-year naming rights agreement with Shelby Companies Limited, which is majority owned by Knighthead Annuity and Life Insurance Company and certain other minority investors, including 7-time Super Bowl champion and entrepreneur Tom Brady. Collectively, Knighthead. It is the largest commercial agreement in the club's history, so it's going to bring in a lot of attention and revenue. Under the terms of the deal, the club's stadium will be named St Andrews at Knighthead Park. The club's West Hills training ground will be renamed the Knighthead Training Academy Grounds, and a new fan entertainment zone at Knighthead Park will be built, situated on the club-owned land close to the Tilton and main stand at the stadium. The renamed stadium, training ground and new fan zone will be launched before the end of the 2023-2024 Sky Bet Championship season. So it's quite exciting. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I know it hasn't been the best in terms of the football and the results and stuff, but it is behind the scenes. We're trying to look at the bigger picture. It is really exciting. I'm so excited. The value of the agreement is based on the annual sponsorship fee, a men's first team performance related bonus, and a club wide social media performances related bonus. For the remainder of the 2023-2024 season, the value of the club with the incentives could reach a whopping 6 million. In 2024-2025, the first full year of the partnership, the value of Birmingham City with incentives could reach pretty much 9.5 million, so borderline 10 million. So, it is really, really exciting times. But I just think, that Tom Wagner is an absolute genius. He knows what he's talking about. His knowledge and expertise, he just says it all. They're here for business, they're not here for pleasure. We've seen this with Wayne Rooney and things like that. They've tried to do something. They've realised that it hasn't worked out and they've acted on it, and it was their decision to do all this. Obviously, the fan base, says it all as well. We had that vibe that, we tried to get on board with it. It wasn't working. But yeah, fair play to him. They've acted on it. So yeah, his business, he's just there. He's there to make the club successful and a better club. far beyond than what we've witnessed in our lifetimes as Blue Noses so far. It's another clever way of bringing in revenue to the club and to help fund our project further and going forwards. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, granted they made a mistake employing Wayne Rooney and John Eustace's dismissal, but you can't knock them for trying something out of the ordinary. You could see why they wanted to appoint Wayne Rooney, not in terms of his managerial experience, but like because of his name and stuff, you know, to bring in that global attention, which he did. In all honesty, we did have a lot of attention on Blues. But yeah, we have this vision to be a successful, challenging club, stated many a times by Gary Cook. Playing out from the back, no fear football, and that's what they want to call it. The vision is to be playing at the top. Similar candidate to this is Manchester City and all of their successes. You know, they're Premier League title champions, FA Cup winners, you know, Champions League. Now this is the dream that we want, and I know it's going to take a bit of time, and I just hope that some point in our lifetime that we do see Blues on the rise, and it could potentially be, why not? You know, this is like big for us. But yeah, it didn't work out with Rooney. They acted quick, considering 15 games and only achieving 2 wins wasn't very good. Wayne was dismissed, and the exciting appointment of Tony Mowbray now has come into place. And already you can see, you know, nothing's changed apart from the manager and adding a couple of new players in January. You know, we've had that player Dozer from QPR. We've got the Japan international. I'm not sure if it's been agreed with or not because I've been poorly. But, you know, nothing's changed really apart from the managers, and look how better the team's playing already. Tony Mowbray knows his stuff. He's playing the players to their strengths as well, and already we can see a massive improvement in terms of with his job role and him coming in. But yeah, I love the Blues, and I'm so excited for the future. A sleeping giant could finally awaken. Second biggest city in the UK. And I think each year it's only going to get better and better. So yeah, I mean, if you like this channel and you love the Blues like I do, I'll be looking forward to reading your comments and stuff as well. Then please hit the like button and subscribe button and show some support for a fellow Blue Nose who loves the club just as much as you lot. So yeah, keep right on Blue Noses, and I'll catch you on the next video.